Hello and welcome to the GAC. We're here today with Gareth Gaston. Welcome.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to be here.
You as well. Good to meet you. And Gareth is the Chief Product Officer at Candescent.
That's right.
Give us a little more background on yourself and the company.
Yeah, certainly. So I'm actually a whole 9 weeks in now to the role at Candescent. I recently joined Candescent from US Bank, where I spent the last 11 years helping them innovate and reinvent their digital banking experience, whether it was those early days of relaunching our mobile app or our voice assistant or launching Zelle. So it was awesome fun helping US Bank in their journey for the last 11 years. And then, the opportunity that I saw here at Candescent is, at US Bank I got to help one institution, and now I get to help hundreds of financial institutions. So Candescent has about 1,300 customers and about 29 million end users of those financial institutions. And we offer a suite of products that really help, whether it's pure digital or human plus digital. So we do that through digital banking experiences, account opening experiences, branch and banker products, and ATM software as well. And of course, we aim to orchestrate all of that into a seamless omni-channel experience.
Omnichannel, that is the word of the day.
It is.
So talk to us a little bit about the digital banking trends that you're seeing, because I just know they're growing.
Yeah, they are.
It's
Yeah, well, I think the thing about digital is the sort of first principles still matter. At the end of the day, it's all about the experience. And so that's what we're striving for at Candescent, is a best-in-class digital experience. And that, you can define experience in a few different ways. First of all, it still is important to have a beautiful, elegant experience. Our financial institutions, our credit unions, end customers, they get their digital experiences from the Apples and Amazons and Googles and all the big names of the world. So that's their expectation when it comes to digital. So our goal is to be as beautiful and as elegant as the best digital experiences out there. And then the other way to think about digital experience is just, what are all the things that you can do? How can I self-serve? How can I administer my own life and look after my financial life with my app, for example? So I would say that's sort of big trend number one. Trend number two, I think, is really embracing that human plus digital. So at the end of the day, this is still a people business, and people need people to do complicated things with their financial life. So it's making sure that we like the word omni-channel, right, as the topic du jour, that the in-person channel and the virtual channel or the digital channels all interact well with each other. And then, of course, no discussion like this would be complete without talking about artificial intelligence and how that helps, right?
so sick of hearing artificial intelligence. But go on, please
there we go.
Continue.
So now, artificial intelligence is going to be great in a few contexts. It's obviously still very early days, and there's a lot of experimentation going on. But artificial intelligence has the great potential to, first of all, help with that experience that I was talking about. It helps the experience be much more personalized and to anticipate needs and things like that. And equally for the person who's in person talking to the client, there's an opportunity for them to be prompted and helped with that conversation as well.
I was just going to ask, as far as how do you get past the hesitation that some people have with AI?
Do you know, I think like all things in life, there's always an adoption curve of anything, right? And it was exactly the same. My background actually is in the digital travel space. So I remember in the early days of digital travel, first launching a hotel booking website, and everyone telling me that no one would ever use that thing to book a hotel, right? And here we are today. 80% of hotel bookings are done online. And so I think AI will quite naturally have the same. Now, of course, to some people, AI is just that bit more scary because there's a lot more intelligence in there than just it being a digital transactional experience. But like all things, there'll be the early adopters. There'll be, and I think as the technology matures, I certainly I'm an AI optimist that that rich experience that it provides, whether it's delivering that more personal experience or it's helping you with your personal productivity, we'll all see the benefits of that. I feel in time.
Yeah.
So. It sounds like we could have a great conversation about this for a long time.
Oh, I'm sure. As a content creator, I keep getting asked, are you scared?
Fair
It's like,
question.
hopefully I'm retired by the time this is a problem. But
Yeah. Thankfully, don't think there's been any originality yet from artificial intelligence, so you're still ahead. You're still ahead.
there you go. But even I'm looking at bots that help do things.
Yes.
And so there's so many efficiencies to be created, and that's
right.
just more time for credit union people to spend with their members
That's right.
versus
That's right. That's right.
doing the things that can be automated
That's right.
pretty simply.
That's right.
And
I mean, from a personal
better.
perspective, you have to think about how many times do you get stuck on a task that you can't think about. Like, whereas if you ask, an AI chatbot, for example, can you write me a letter that, or write me an email that does this, or
Yeah.
and then if you start extending that into what conversation should I have with this customer, it doesn't replace you. It just augments and creates a better experience. So I certainly, my optimistic view of it all is that it takes a lot of the things that we don't like doing and allows us to focus our brains on things that we like doing and are real value add.
Right.
And I think that's the potential for credit unions is
Yeah.
that it just helps us be more productive with the customer, whether that's in person or digitally.
Yeah, for sure.
I got one
and
more.
Omni-channeling.
Yeah, go on. Let's talk about omnichannel.
No,
yes.
go ahead. I was going to ask you what you were going to say before I interrupted you so rudely.
Well, one more trend. I was going to say one more trend is open and connected finance. So we obviously are. I think it's interesting because I think there's many financial institutions that embrace this far ahead of a 1033 type environment, and I think that as we think about being open and connected finance, there's many ways to think about that. But the world, of course, in general, is becoming a more open and connected place, and finance is no exception to that. And so I think it's super important to think about what are the needs of the members and where do they want to share their financial data? And that's one aspect of being open and connected. The other aspect of being open and connected is how do you enable your services to be used in other places? So it could be embedded payments, or in our case, as we look to help our credit union clients, how do we enable the credit union to integrate fintechs into their existing digital banking experience with whatever types of capabilities they have? So that's another big theme, I think, is just this kind of open, extensible banking, which is a new thing. So.
Now, are you talking open banking though?
Well, I think open banking is a subset of it all.
Yeah,
it's a
right.
part of it all, yeah. And to me, that's kind of the foundational part of it, which is just allowing customers or members to share their data with whoever they want to share their data with in a secure and safe fashion.
Right.
That's easy to use and easy to stop if you want to cancel that. And I think that's kind of the foundational layer. But then as you then build on top of that, you get into things like embedded payments or a whole bunch of different. There's so many phenomenal fintechs out there who offer great solutions that you might want to integrate into your digital banking solution. And so that's part of being really open and extensible as well.
Okay. And so always ask my guests for final thoughts. I'm sure you have a lot. What would you like to say as your last word, parting words with our credit union audience today?
Yeah, so I think the main thing is, as we talk about all of this stuff, you talk about AI, you talk about omnichannel, and all the great buzzwords that we've talked about today, fundamentally what it's about is the experience. And really, that's what we do and why we're here is really to help our credit union clients deliver that seamless customer experience and to stay ahead of the expectations of the customer. And that's, I think, why we're all in this, is just to help with that tremendous experience.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
joining
much
us.
for having me.